Welcome to WB Mason Postgame Extra exclusively on SNY.TV. Tuesday night, the Mets began a homestand and fell to the lowly Arizona Diamondbacks 5-3. Mets had a lead in the seventh, but Hansel Robles had a rough inning, and Michael Bourne's two-run triple put the Diamondbacks in front to stay.
You know, he's been pretty good all season long, probably having his best season in a Mets uniform, but just did not have it today. And Michael Bourne, a guy that's trying to resurrect his career really with the Diamondbacks with a big hit after two more stolen bases by the Diamondback. Gave him, I think, 5 in the ball game tonight. The Mets are going to have to get a handle on that.
We've told them, you know, we've got to quicken them up. You know, they work on it. When they get out, you know, when they get out on that mound, they've got to, you know, I know the one thing that's on their minds is to get the hitter out. And, you know, they don't want to somewhat get away from their deliveries for fear of making a mistake. So, but we certainly, that is number one. That's one of the number one things we've got to certainly clean up.
I think what happened was that they made good contact, and I wasn't locating my pitches like I normally do.
Robles is getting out lefties at a pretty good rate. They're hitting less than 200 against him, and he also doesn't hit the ball up here very good, and so it was a pretty good matchup. He just didn't make the pitch.
Mets had been in front thanks to another clutch home run by Neil Walker, who put them in front to stay on Sunday. Two-run homer in the sixth put them in front briefly tonight.
His 20th home run, and he has been red hot. He went 3 for 4 tonight, so we had another multi-hit game. He just keeps piling them on, one on top of the other, and they've been big hits. This was a big home run, but the Mets just couldn't hang on. The Mets only scratched out 6 base hits tonight. Wasn't a big offensive night for a team that came in here, the Diamondbacks, with a team ERA over 5. And the bullpen really leaky. They look pretty good tonight.
My approach is back where I want it to be and where I'm at my best, and that's using the big part of the field from both sides of the plate and you know, hitting mistakes in the gaps and in the seats or hitting them hard, I should say. But you know, nothing has changed. But you know, the thought process is a little slower. The thought process is a little more basic, generic, and seeing the ball up and you know the boring adage of seeing the ball up, hitting it hard, and you know trying to hit strikes and use a big part of the field.
Steven Matz threw 120 pitches, a career high in 6 innings.
He looked great. I think it's one of the best games he's pitched probably in the last 10, 12 starts. 9 punch-outs, only 1 walk, and 2 solo home runs. He left losing, but with the Walker home run, he had a chance to win the ball game. Instead, Zach Greinke, who wasn't at his best, gets the win.
I felt really good. You know, I didn't even really get tired towards the end there. I felt strong all the way through.
We got in the 6th inning, and I just said, you know, he can, the one guy that he was going to have to face, you know, we said, well, if we get through and he got the outs, certainly I know Goldie's got a lot of power, but that ball, I thought that ball was just a fly ball. And then when you get to Lamb, you got to let him face Lamb. He got him out all night. So other than that, it was, you know, other than the first inning, he pitched good, so we stayed with him.
You know, to see him go and grind it out, you know, kind of with the way things have gone for him the last month or so, it's you know, it's an edge to his character, and you know, he's going to be one of the best left-handed pitchers in the game if you ask me. So, and we're kind of getting to see him blossom in front of our eyes. So I know he's wanting to finish strong, and I think he will, and he's going to be a big part of this piece.
That's now 2.5 games back in the wild card. Only 2 games over 500 for the season. We'll try and get even with the Diamondbacks on Wednesday night with Bartolo Colon on the mound against Robbie Ray. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock with Cadillac first pitch on SNY. That'll do it for WB Mason Postgame Extra. Be sure to join us after every game for exclusive coverage on SNY.TV.